So looking at the daily time frame here, this is our clear CRT, CRT high, CRT low. All right. So we're trying to push higher. From there, 1 hour has given us that confirmation. You can see it here. And then also 4 hour has given us this CRT after creating a couple of inside bars. Remember, this is one form of CRT that is very strong. When price creates inside bars, when there's a huge candle and then there are inside bars, price manipulates to distribute, right? Takes out the CRT low with that manipulation and it distributes to take out the high. Please take note that this is logic, okay? It should not be a pattern something. Because if it's a pattern something, you expect this candle to take this low, but it did not, you start expecting to go higher and stuff like that. So here I was trying to explain that it's not trying, there's nothing like perfection. That should not be what should be running over your mind or should be disturbing you. If you get a good entry, you engage. If the stops are not much, there's no big deal. Just manage your risks and you see how it plays out. Rather than you, maybe what if we were waiting for price even to come back down to this other block and it did not, and the market goes right up to that area, giving us a 7.6 risk to reward ratio. How would that make you feel? Well, I know that some people are glued to that. It's not a problem. It's still very good, all right, to follow your rules. But one of the things is to understand volatility. When volatility is in the market, sometimes you miss out moves that you necessarily were not supposed to miss them out. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Price comes back to this fair value gap here. We filled it nicely, rejecting from there. If we were not on the buy from the origin of this, we would have taken our trade from there as well. So, but at this point, we cannot be taking a second entry just from here. All right, that will be like us risking 2% in almost a single trade. You have to allow price to expand first before you think of adding more trades to it. Okay, so let's see what happens. If the market takes us out, we'll still try to see if we can get another long entry. Right, we're having now a good expansion to the upside. Very good. 1 hour. So they've talked with this other mitigation here. And also have this fair value gap, which aligns with this one. Let's see how it goes. If at all the market wants to pull back to that area, we should also be looking at how the daily candle is going. Remember, I said this is a CRT we are looking at. So let's see. Okay, nice expansion to the upside. Now, a lot of people would have also been looking at this to be another block, right? Understand that this move to the downside was not to create a reversal. Take note. It wasn't to create a reversal. There was a serious manipulation that was happening to play out these buyers and sellers. Okay. You can see how price invalidates these other blocks. Now look at how this candle has closed. At this point, I know that there'll still be some people that are still hoping and trying to look for various other blocks here to see a reversal. They stop you out, they're still struggling to see if you want to sell. All right, I know it. Let's look at how this candle has closed. There's high probability this high is going to be rated. You have to accept your fate. Accept that that's how it is today. So we move on. I'm saying this because from experience, when you're caught up in the wrong direction of the market, it's a little bit difficult for you to shift your mind. It'll be a little bit difficult for you to shift your mind to the right direction. All right. So if you were selling, you get stopped out like that, you step back, you watch what is going on before you start thinking of trying to force another entry. At this point, someone is happy The market is finally trying to drop. And now we want to spot another fair value gap here to enter more sales to recover all these losses that we had here. Only to get busted, I think. Okay. That's it. Get stopped out. This one is a 5:15 hour. So we had a very nice push up from there. Let's see what happens now on the daily. You can see how the daily candle is. All right. So this was that kind of a trade that you can actually swing, all right, because of that deep pullback. Remember the first lesson we talked about is you don't swing when you catch a continuation move. But when you catch a good reversal like this one, this is a complete reversal here, like a market maker buy model. You can catch this swing. If you have your drawn liquidity here, you cannot swing it because maybe even price expand higher. If it's pulling back, you will likely not be coming down to this low bet. If you catch a trade here and you want to swing, it's risky because the market can take out internal range liquidity and it will take you out as well. Okay. And also, mind you that we had this key level here and that we did not engage immediately when price came to it. We waited for confirmation because that drop was so heavy that maybe the market would have even been taking out this low before reversing. Always take note of that. When you see such volatility, don't try to act so smart in trying to catch the low or the high of the move. Always wait for the volatility to die down and it gives you an entry. From there, you engage, you'll be safe. So we are targeting this key level here, and the daily has closed well with this candle. So we can now expect this low to be a strong low and prices to continue higher to that drawn liquidity. But why looking at this area? What are the areas that can support price if at all we're getting a pullback as we have taken this high? We'll go to the 4 hour, see that we have this area, this mitigation block, and it aligns with this one too. Same with the 1 hour. All right, so that's a good area that maybe price pulling back, we might have some retesting. Now, what if it invalidates that area? We have this next fair value gap down here. We then expect to see some kind of reaction to it as well. So we have two key levels. If price pulls back here, if price pulls back to the first one, what are we waiting for? We'll get a confirmation, we'll buy to target drawn liquidity. If it fails, we'll wait for it right down here and then engage. Okay, that's it. So let's see how this goes. Good. Just one heavy candle just blowed out everything. See why it's important to wait for confirmations. If you have bought aggressively here, price would have taken you out in less than 30 minutes, which is not worth it. So you need more confirmation. And take note, we took out external range liquidity. Therefore, where was internal range liquidity on the lower time frame? This low, right? Just that this was good. It was like another block on the daily, on the higher time frame. But then on the lower time frame, it's actually liquidity in the form of internal range. So what do we have here now? Let's see if price drops to this fair value gap here. And we'll start to think of getting longs from there if we have confirmations. Slightly almost filled it. Let's see, maybe the next candle will open and tap us there. I don't know. Just see. All right, so we've been tapped in to that fair value gap. Now something is happening here. Look at how this candle has closed. This 4 hour. This doesn't look good, right? So just start buying it aggressively. And then you can see how this candle has closed on the daily. Let's see. Okay, now we had this breaker here. This other block that was violated. It's aligning with that area. So let's see if we have some confirmations there. I see this candle to be a manipulation candle. If price comes back to close above it, If the market closes above it, then we can think of using it as an entry, right? Yeah. If not, maybe we want to still drop lower. There's still some fair value gaps down, so I don't know. Maybe we'll still want to drop lower. Probably there's another breaker here, so we have 2 key levels now we're waiting for. Maybe any of that, but we need confirmations to go long, right? Also, we have this as our entire range low to that high. So this one down is around 618 level, and I think that's much better, right? This one down is at 618 level, so maybe if we come there because of the close of this 4 hour, that's why I'm looking for more lower prices, because this 4 hour does not look happy at all. It looks like we want to sell lower again. So that's why we're trying to see if there's still some deeper PDRs that might support price, right? Regardless, like I said, if we close above that manipulation candle, I'll be in for a long. Okay, good. Something is happening here now. We dropped lower, and we have had a 1 hour good shift here. So it's also a 30-minute shift. You can take this long from here. It has stopped slightly below that low, and we'll target this high. Okay, we'll target this high. How many of you are interested in this buy? If that fails, then we'll look for another buy right here to continue higher. Okay, nice. So we are seeing good progress so far. 4 hour time frame is also trying its best for us to continue higher. Oh, that doesn't look good again to me. That doesn't look good again to me. That does not look good again. That doesn't look good. So probably maybe one take start this low. The one funny thing too is that this reversal was not based off any key level here, I think. Yeah, but no big deal. We were on the trade already. God gave us some little profits, and he wants to take it back. Oh God. Okay. At this point, only one candle like that can wipe out all your hopes here now. I don't like the build of liquidity here now. You can still see how this 4 hour candle closed. Look at this. After reading these highs, see how massively it closed to the downside. If we destroy the wicks, if we close out the wicks of this candle, you can see that this is like now another block to support price to come back to take out this external range liquidity here, which is where our stop loss is. That is crazy. So anyway, let's see. If it's a loss, we accept it. If it's a win, that will still be good. All right, we're still trying to move higher. Do we have a new candle? All right. Right, we have a new day, and with this day, this candle did not close so much nice for us. We closed below it, so it doesn't really speak so much of bullish vibes yet. But then this guy tried, at least before the end of the day. At least I mean, think many of you, if you were trading, would have maybe closed out for this day and waited for the next day to happen. All right. So we are actually tied up in a particular corner now, because if this guy wants to take out this low of the previous day before buying, then we are out. So let's just see what happens. I have a very bad feeling about this trade, and then the stop loss hits on this one after after a very long struggle. After a very long struggle, we have that candle as a manipulation. Oh, let's leave this for now. After a very long struggle, beautiful, we have tapped onto the second breaker that we had here. So if we have any confirmations now to buy, we can buy, and we'll see how it goes. Right, we want to wait for 1 hour at least to maybe show some reversal signs before we think of doing anything funny. You see, price still dipped below. Now this is our solid manipulation candle, this one. So take note, this one. If price gives us something neat, okay, a good close above that, we can think of buying. Oh, again, price expanded lower. Where are we dropping down to? Here. There's another breaker here. So let's see what happens. All right, nice. 1 hour has given us a very nice body close here. I think we would have taken that buy already, but we've missed it out. This is the close above this 1 hour order block. So we can take our buy from that candle's close, or we would have waited for price to retest the 1 hour order block like that. It has stops below this low. Okay. Why are we still so much in a buy? Now look at something here. Look at the range of this candle, the range of this bullish candle. We'll pull out our Fibonacci from here to this high. Look at where we pulled back down to, the 618 level of that candle. So this buy now, we can even be targeting that area because price has actually dropped, go deeper again. So if we are pulling up from here, we're definitely really going to go higher. Okay, we tapped in. You can see how this buy now is moving as fast as possible. All this confusion down here now, it's normal. So let's see what happens. Okay, we are in a pullback, maybe coming back to, maybe we can have a re-entry somewhere before that happens. So we want to see maybe how the 4 hour candle closes around that area. Okay, price, okay. Oh, someone said we should have also taken out our drawn out. Yeah, that's still close from here. At least close a lot of partials from there. Also clean, and it's about 5.8. Let's close this one at this level, and we'll look for another entry. So that's this one is 5.58. Then we can be looking to see if we'll get another entry somewhere here. Okay, let's see. Accumulation. 1 hour should give us a good close. All right, I think 4 hour also is trying to expand higher, and it's giving us good vibes as well. This 4 hour good close, 1 hour nice expansion candle here as well, leaving us with this fair value gap here. So we can enter our second trade. When price fills that fair value gap, it starts stop slightly below that low, and either we'll target is high or we'll target up to that area. Now, why I'm not so much interested in shifting our TPs right up to this point is because this is an order block, right? It is an order block, not a fair value gap or not a swing high. Okay, what happens to other blocks that you saw price not mitigate them? It happens, right? That's why that's the reason why I'm not putting so much, I'm not too much interested in trying to target. Like for example here, this is another block. When price came down, did it touch it? No. And then price started reversing. That's why I'm trying to limit, or I'm not trying so much harder to put our take profit exactly at the other block, because maybe price might come, maybe there's some fair value gaps in before the other block, and price might slightly not feel it. So hopefully I think price is gonna feel it, but then you have to catch your trades on the nearest draw on liquidity. That's being realistic, right? We feel the fair value gap. As you can see here on the 1 hour, the fair value gap was filled and we were tapped in as well. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, this is news movement. Price fight to the upside. This looked like there was some 4-hour kind of a candle here. There was a 4-hour CRT here too. Yeah. So this was news. This was news time, 1:30. So I don't think we would have been taking the straight close to the news like that. 1:30. I don't think we would have been on the trade, but then it is what it is. And let's see what is happening. I don't know if you guys are following up on this or all right. So I'm not happy about this move now. There's so much rejections here. I don't trust them anymore. Okay, now at this point, right? If you look at this price action, you will notice something here. If with all these multiple rejections, the market still wants to drop lower here, therefore, take note that this price will be taking out all the trend line liquidity here. So in this case, you can reduce now your risks, right? You can reduce your risks maybe to the swing high like this one. Okay, reduce your risks to a swing low like that. Not necessarily break even because the market has not expanded higher that much yet. So it's not nice to be able to go break even that quickly. But with these multiple rejections below this low, it's and then seeing how this 1 hour is. So if price is still breaking below this low, it's going somewhere else. So this low, I will not want to see price break it, but if it does, then it's definitely coming down to this low, and maybe now price will want to do what? Maybe come back to this other block here. I don't know. So, or this breaker, yeah, this breaker. So we have to be careful, and that will mean that this low is an inducement to that. Okay, so let's see. All right, the next day opens. We had an inside bar. This is also not good because with this inside bar, the market might decide to take out the low, same as it might decide to take out the high. But there's probability they might take out the low so that it induces more sellers before it actually expands to the upside. So that's how you just study it. Now you can see that we have built up a lot of liquidity here, a lot, and price too is not willing to go higher or lower. So for me, sometimes I will just collapse the trade. I don't like too much of this accumulation. I'll collapse the trade. I wait for the manipulation to happen, and if it happens, then I can think that okay, maybe we can jump into on the trade again or not. So that's just it. I think I've talked a lot about this particular trade. It doesn't look good again in my eyes. All right, it spiked lower. What time was that? 7 a.m. Spike lower. That's another -1 for us today. So with this one, I feel like price will want to take previous daily low, which is this low right here. The previous daily low, this one. And maybe coming down to this breaker here. Previous daily low taken out. The breaker invalidated, price reacting on the other block. Let's see. Any expansion on the 1 hour? Not yet. But we're trying to buy now the 1 hour time frame. And funny enough, okay, see how this daily candles closure. This is not what they bargain for, right? You can see how that daily candle has closed. This is not that good. Doesn't look so good for me, and this might maybe want to be like a CRT here to take out this low before we still move higher. I don't know. And that will be price definitely taking previous weekly low of this contraction candle. Remember, contractions comes with expansion, and most expansion starts with what? Most expansion starts with a manipulation. Okay, so maybe price will want to take previous this CRT low, as we took the low, close below, and even below the 50% of the candle. So there's definitely price to be taking out this low, and that low on our lower time frame is this one. So we have to be careful. Our stops here, if we buy, are going to be in a dangerous position. Very dangerous position. But then price has given us this area for a buy. So if we pull back at least to this fair value gap here, we can take our buy and we'll see what happens to it. Let's say we are buying from this fair value gap, the price comes back to it, because also we have tested this other block, so the market can still buy from there. Okay, and then we target this high. All right, price taps us in. And, we're trying to expand higher. That's a nice expansion we have there. Good. We had the confirmation from this level. So nice confirmation, nice entry there. All right, so previous daily high can be also closing partials from there while waiting to target more higher prices. That's just you trying to manage your trade, right? All right, so at this point,